So this is my name. This is actually the thingy that they had when they got us from the airport, which is, as far as I know, next door. What I do, I don't have a social life. That's why I'm part of the Bulgarian Java user group. Daytime, my day job is I'm a security consultant and I write a lot of Java. I travel a lot. I do a lot of penetration tests. I steal Wi-Fi passwords with thingies like that. I steal Facebook passwords. I've been to Saudi Arabia. I've been to military I've been to an Air Force base in the States with spy planes. I've seen XR-71. I've seen the U-2 spy plane. I've seen UCAFs. I've seen the Predator and the Global Hawk. I've been at other places too, because if you plug your cable, if you're in a military base and you plug your LAN cable in the wrong socket, a guy with a gun comes and says, dude, you're in the wrong network. That network is for the Predator planes that are flying in Iraq. So please get out of that network. It's not for you. And you have a guy, a military guy that's you go to the restroom, he comes with you. So you pee, he pees. The Bulgarian Java user group, we do a lot of stuff. A couple of links. This is part of our our conference a couple of weeks ago. This is the 5 of us, the governing body. It was pretty successful. This is our server room. It's a couple of Raspberry Pis. Also, because I'm not going to bore you with any slides, I'm going to show you a couple of links, and then I'm going to be as quick as possible. So this is our website, blah, 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 not that interesting. By the way, EPAM is, yeah, it's here. This is the conference we had. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was, I didn't sleep for, I don't know, 2.5 months. Martin, the guy that was before me here, didn't sleep also for a couple of months. He's also writing a book, and he has social life, so for him it's even more difficult than for me. So we wrote everything ourselves. This is Java based. It's pretty ugly. It's open source. I'm not proud of the code, but we have our invoicing system. We have our credit card processing engine. We wrote the software ourselves, and it's pretty fun. I remember using my own credit card and spending money to check if the engine is running correctly. I'm spending real money to check if the engine is working. I think it worked on the 10th time. And then I had to send the money back without the commission. So I lose some commission on the way there, and then when I bring the money back, I lose again. So it was fun. This is the, I don't know, feedback from the last conference. The guys were pretty happy. What else? Yeah. We blogged a lot, how difficult it is to organize a conference. So kudos to the guys here that are organizing this one. It's pretty tough. Some feedback from our conference. You can check the links. Okay, some things that we can brag about. As you can see, this is the, I don't know if is it visible well enough? On the Valhalla page in the Openjdk, our links to our blogs, our personal blogs, are there as a reference to what happens if you, what is this? Is this? So yeah, this is Ivan's, my colleague's presentation on SlideShare, and then also my blog as a reference is what we did there. Also, the server you saw, this one. So this is the server space. What we have here is we have a lot of. I have issues with CSS. I don't know why this 5 is coming here, but I'm too lazy to fix it. So it doesn't matter. We have a lot of virtual machines. So this is OpenJDK 9 built. So you can download it. Actually, people in Oracle are using our virtual machines, even though our server is pretty slow, so they have to wait a long time until they download the virtual machine. Another example is what is a bug fix for OpenJDK 9. Am I louder than the guy next door? Cool. Okay, so what we did here is we submitted a patch for the Openjdk 9, fixing some warnings. Pretty easy stuff. This is what you do at the end. So what happens is, what we do is we just generify some classes. That's it. It takes months and months and months until they accept them. So it's pretty bureaucratic. It takes a long time to change this line to this line. Yeah, it takes some time. Even though it's pretty simple. Mitya is also on the official blog of Oracle. Mitya is the guy in the wheelchair in this picture. Where's Mitya? Mitya is this guy here. He's on the official page of Oracle. What else? Yeah, Mani is a guy from the London Java community. He's writing an Adopt Openjdk Starter Kit. We can see Martin, the guy that did the presentation before me, Mite from Macedonia, and Dmitry also, and so on and so on and so on. We write a lot of blogs that are how to build Openjdk on Raspberry Pi, on your personal computer, or on OS X. I'm using OS X, so that's why I write a tutorial for OS X. You can build it on any Linux. What else? Yeah, we built a virtual machine for Valhalla, which allows you to do something like this. I don't know if it's... So you can use a primitive type as a generic. And it's pretty cool. They're not going to fix the generics. They're going to fix the, I don't know, they're not going to fix, so still type erasure stays, but they're fixing the syntax to allow primitive types. Yeah, this took us a couple of weeks to build this simple thing here. Okay, so what am I going to talk to you about today? Okay, what I'm going to talk to you about is Lambdas. How many of you are using Lambdas? Wow. Yesterday I asked the same question in a room in Plovdiv in Bulgaria. Less hands than here, so great job. So you don't want slides. I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch slides. What I want to do is I'm going to close everything. I'll try to be as quick as possible. Don't write classes like that. So the first thing that we're gonna, yeah, I can see my notes. That is an issue. So we have a sentence. I have a live template that is, I have a sentence. Cool, right? So I have is the code big enough? So I have a code, and what I'm gonna show you is how can I print all or how can I count all the capital letters? Actually, I'm gonna write this in a method. Don't write methods like this. So we have a for cycle, we have a where I love naming variables result. So we start from 0. Then what we do if so that's the wrong way to check if a variable is a uppercase capital. Don't do it like this. So listen to what I say, not what I do. Result plus plus, and then return result. So what's the problem with, so first you don't trust me because is it gonna work? I don't know. Count sentence probably. I didn't mess it up. It says 2. Is it 2? Yeah, looks okay. If it's in Cyrillic, it's not gonna work, obviously. So don't do it like this. But for my example to work, I need to write code like that. So what's the problem with this code? Well, it's imperative. Yeah, it's mutable. Yeah, we're using well, the for each is a bit of an upgrade. So the problem is that it says what we want to do, not what we want to accomplish, but how we want to accomplish it. So it says how. I don't want to say how. I want to say what. So let's do the same thing. I would have said you can stop me and ask questions, but don't do that because I want to go home fast. So this is with Lambda, whatever, yeah. So what we do here is return this sentence. We get the stream. The stream is a sequence of integers, which is actually a sequence of characters that are being sent to us. We'll filter them. The cool part is we do C that goes to this thing. I'll explain it in a second. Then we count. And it's not going to work because I have to cast it because it's returning long. Again, you don't trust me. I'm going to use the new method that I wrote. Again, you don't trust me. I'm going to comment this one. So is it going to work? Okay. Cool, it says 2. It is 2. Let's do it like this. You don't trust me, I'm pretty sure. It says 3. Cool, it's working. Okay, so what is this ugly thing? Let's extract a local variable that we're gonna is between AZ. So this is basically the same thing as in Java 6. In Java 6, well, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's pretty much the same thing. So this is C, return. So this is the same as an anonymous class, colon. So it's the same thing. I'm implementing a single method interface, but I'm doing it like this. So this is an integer, and I return. So if I want to do it, now it's the same thing. So I take an integer called C. This is my parameter. We'll see how we can pass many parameters. Yeah, but this is obvious. So this is obvious. We have a single statement. We can remove the curly braces, and we can remove the return statement. So it's shorter. So that's the same thing. That's what a lambda is. An anonymous class implementation, like a method reference, but with an anonymous class beneath it. What we can do here is, now the problem with the generics, what is the problem with generics? So I can do something like this, predicate of integer is between AZ boxed, and it's going to be the same thing, but this time this is an integer. If I write int here, it's going to say, dude, you can't do that. Unfortunately, it should be able to do that. I'm pretty mad at Oracle not having automatic boxing and unboxing in the real sense of the word, and messed up generics that they're still being stubborn and not fixing. Which is more expensive, developer time or hardware? Well, check out your salary against what you can buy in the store. Do you know how much this costs? Doesn't cost much. I don't know. This is 35 bucks, 35. No, this is even cheaper. This is 10 bucks. This is 10 bucks. This is, I don't know, a couple of hard drives. I don't know, 50 bucks. How How much time do you have to work to make this amount of money? And you can, on this one, it'll take probably 5 days to build OpenJDK 9. On this one, this is better. This is quad core something with 1 gigabyte of RAM. You can build the OpenJDK in 18 minutes. And you can run Spring Boot here. It's ugly and it's slow, but it works on a $35 piece of hardware. Okay. So we have the test. So I'm going to remove this guy here. So this is what a Lambda actually is. So what else can we do? For example, if I write this one, the boxed one, if I want to use the boxed one, it's going to say, no, it doesn't work because these guys, they're different. So imagine how many interfaces these guys are implementing because they have to implement the generified type, and then I have to implement all the predicate interfaces with all the primitive types. It's pointless, but they do it anyway. So what I can do here is I can map to object. So what I do is I take whatever is coming. It's coming on a stream of integers. So I take an integer and I want to map it to an object. The object is gonna be integer value of. So I'm mapping the primitive type. So again, I'm taking, I beg your pardon?
You can change it to method reference.
Yeah, I know. Dude, allow me to show it. So what I can do here is, since I'm just applying a single method here, very simple. I take that's my parameter list. It's an integer because this thing returns a stream of integers, of ints, and I want to map it to an object type because I want to filter with this guy that takes integers, the box type. So what I want to do is I want to box it. Again, it says replace with a method reference. That says, okay, apply this method of this class to this stream, and let's see what happens. This takes an int and returns an integer. So the stream changes from a stream of ints to a stream of integers. Again, even a shorter way to do that, that's it. And we can apply this guy. The next thing I want to show you, I can do a peek. Yeah, we're going to skip the peek. So the peek is for every integer, I want to do something like that. I don't care. I don't want to do it. The peek is like you're peeking, you're taking stuff up from a queue, but you're not changing the queue. So we're going to skip this part. Again, what is the next thing I want to show you? And the count counts all. So this is the end method that actually does the work. If I do something like this, okay, let's do it like this. We're gonna execute this thing. I have to fake it for a second. So if I remove this guy here, and I do a peek, I need the peek actually. Dot peek. Peek is gonna do system out print line. So every guy that passes through, it's gonna get printed. Let's add the count just in case to see what's gonna happen. I run it. We get a lot of numbers. So we don't want to see numbers. We want to see the letters. What we want to do here is we want to do again, it's going to help me. So I do a character of whatever this is. Character, integer, yeah, I don't want to have it boxed. Then I'm going to remove this guy. Or I'm not going to remove. I'm going to do get int value. So this time, we're going to see all the letters. What's up, Lviv? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I actually tried a lot. We had a session a couple of hours ago, how to pronounce Lviv. So it says 7. What happens if I remove this guy, the last method? What's going to happen?
Nothing bad.
Yeah, nothing bad. Just it doesn't print anything. Yeah, it doesn't print anything because the end method, the one that says, okay, let's execute the whole thing. Everything here is preparing something to happen. And the last method says, okay, let's make it happen. It's like preparing something until this point. It's lazy. Okay. What's the next thing I want to show you? Okay, what's my next class? I'm trying as fast as possible. Really? So I have the same sentence. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So we'll have a character, first capital letter. That equals to, I don't know, 0. I got some live templates because I've written this thing like a million times, and now it's faster. So if is first equals C, and system out print line first capital letter. If I run it, I broke it. Okay, let's fix the old class. Let's kill this guy. Let's do this. Let's get back here, close others, and then let's run it again. It says L. Of course, why is it failing? We forgot a very important thing. Yeah, right. When I'm preparing, I always forget the break. But at least now I know what the problem is. I can fix it pretty fast. Okay, W. What I want to do here is go away. What I want to do here is let's extract this as a method that's gonna be get first capital letter. Looks fine. Okay. So we have the same thing here, like first capital letter equals to something, something, something. Now, we don't need this guy. We're going to optimize it a bit. Now, what do we do here? 0? Is that okay?
No.
Probably this. Is that okay?
No. Throw exception.
Throw new runtime x whatever. No capital letter U lead speaker. So an exception is something that is not expected. Is it an expected condition to have a string without capital letters? Yeah, I also agree that it's a bad idea to use exceptions because an exception is a very expensive thing to throw because you have to stop, get the whole stack trace, create an object, go down the stack trace, find the catcher, and then stop there and run. So, dude, you're killing me. Allow me, please. A minus what? Minus 1, oh, okay. Minus 1 is, I don't know, 82. C++. If equals to the first const is minus 1, which is the first error, then minus 2 is another error, and so on and so on and so on. What we can do here is we can have an optional for what? Character. So we have an optional. What we do here is optional of C. What do we return here? Well, we return optional blah 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 dot empty. Empty means there's nothing there. So I have an optional of character. Optional. Yeah, come on. And what I can do here is first capital letter if present. If present. Again, I'm allowed to use a lambda here. So if the first, so I C is the letter that is the first capital letter, well, print it out. I don't care. Please help. So I do that. I run it. Yeah, I know. Please, please, please. I'll say it. So the first capital is W. Cool, it's working. What I can do here is, again, because the method doesn't do anything, the lambda, really? Only 15 minutes left? Oh my God. So what I can do here is I can use a method reference that says use this method, apply it to this guy here that returns actually a single character and do system out print line of the character. That's it. Find the print line that takes a character as a parameter. Okay, what's the next thing? Yeah.
What happens if empty is printed?
What?
Happens if empty is printed?
Empty is printed? Empty is not printed. It's not going to get printed. That's why it's an optional, if present. You can do if is present, and then you can do else, or if is not present. So you can use is present. Is present returns a Boolean. So if is present returns a Boolean if it's there or not.
If I will try to print the empty letter?
If you try to print what?
Empty letter. No, empty optional.
It's not gonna. Well, it depends from this guy here. Empty is not gonna. It's not gonna come here. If you return empty, if present, it's gonna return false. It's not gonna work. So let's make this thing faster. I'm gonna extract this as a method. It's gonna be is capital. So I have an is capital. For example, what I can do here is I don't have a live template for this. Is Cyrillic. I don't know if you know, but it's pretty hard to check if it's Cyrillic or not. Character dot block something block dot Cyrillic dot equals dot character of value of C dot Unicode block. What I think it's this thing. No. What? Value of its value of C. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check.
Semicolon.
No, that's not gonna work. Unicode. Oh, I got it. Of. I got it. Yeah, it's like this. So this is how you check if something is Cyrillic or not. Return. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we can do is. So we have is capital. That's don't do it like that. So we'll do is capital, which is gonna be value of C is uppercase. Okay, so it's like this. So that looks like correct code, right? Cool. So what we can do here is we don't like this method. Let's get it out of here. It's ugly. So we have this guy. We have the sentence. We'll do. Actually, we don't need that either. Dot code points. Dot filter. No filter. Is capital. Oh, cool. It's working. No, it's not. Lambda 2 is capital. Blah, blah, blah. This is integer. This is integer. doesn't complain, is Cyrillic cool dot if find first, if present, I goes to system out print line I, and then it goes to no, don't die. Replace with lambda. Okay, and that's it. So this is what we did. It's not gonna print anything, really. I have a sentence in Cyrillic. Is that correct? Yeah. So if I run it, yeah, of course. I goes to sound. We don't need this guy character of I. Is that correct? Looks. I beg your pardon?
Syntax is so nice that it tricks you into thinking it's correct.
Yeah. And that's cool. So the last, I think I have like 6 minutes left. What I'm gonna do is lambda 3. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll have a sentence. Where's my sentence? Cool. So what can I do here? I can have a method. What do we do here? Give me a sec. Oh, yeah. Again, don't do it like me. I hate it. Like, a Boolean is in C. Again, don't write interfaces like that. I don't know. Chooser, come on. Yeah, okay. Implement, yeah, sure. I hate override. Return, return is between. Okay, so we have an interface, right? We'll have a chooser that's gonna be capital chooser, and we have a for. It's so cool to have live templates for each. If chooser is in C, yeah, I'm not sour. Print C. That's looks okay. So what happens if I want to have another chooser that has, I don't know, return, I don't know, 0 and 9. Yeah, that's too ugly. It's gonna, what is it gonna print? Yeah, it's gonna say I messed up. Yes. Semicolon. Okay, it doesn't print anything because, yeah. And it prints all the numbers. Cool. Yeah, but that's ugly. I want to make it better. I'm a cool guy. I want to use Java 8. I want to look cool in front of the ladies. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to use a by function. By function is not by, it's binary. It takes a character, no. It takes another character, and it returns what? It returns a chooser. And is in equals, we take the first character A, the second Z, And we do C goes to, so now this is a bit ugly. So it's like this. So we take a function that takes 2 parameters and returns another function. So it's a function. It's a higher order function, which means a function creating functions. Okay. I got 5 minutes. So what I can do here is, instead of this chooser, I can do this. I have what? Chooser, C, well, chooser. It equals is in applied to what? I don't know. A and Z. Or, yeah. And then I can do something like that. I don't know. A and Z. I think I have Cyrillic, where
arguably you could have implemented chooser with constructive argument.
come on, dude, I have to show lambdas. I have to show lambdas. So, yeah, but with lambdas is better. Nothing, because we don't have Cyrillic. Okay, let's change our sentence to, yeah, that's not gonna work. Where's my Cyrillic sentence? Capital, oh, lowercase Cyrillic. Looks okay. Is it okay? Looks okay. So yeah, that's a higher order function. You can take functions as parameters. You can return functions. You can create very ugly things. So be careful. So that's all I wanted to show you today. If you have any questions, please find me. I'll answer them. Thank you.